The atmosphere in Gulf Breeze started to reach fever pitch, with people desperate to see their own UFO. Residents started to congregate on the beaches at night and became known as the Sky Watchers.
Come on, follow it down. Shoot her up. Shoot her up.
Shoot her up.
It's turning.
A spotlight.
Something's pointing down out of it.
There is.
Oh, big, red, bright.
It's coming towards us, isn't it? I can see that with my naked eye. Wow. And it's shooting out to the right a little bit.
We started going out on watches, and from there on, it's just been a wild and crazy ride of watching UFOs in the sky around here.
There's 2 of them. There's 3 of them.
Did you see the white? Did you see the white black spot in the middle with the ring all around it? Points of light all around.
Look, drop. Look.
Oh, look, it's brighter. Yo, look, it's right there.
Just drop
Go,
something out,
baby,
Gary.
go, Bubba. Come on over here and show us some more, Bubba.
Mama! No, don't go away. Oh, don't come back.
That baby went in warp drive.
They did strange things, moved around, strange motions in the sky. Sometimes they would fall and disappear. Sometimes they would stop and turn red. At times you could see the object revolving. Slowly. Oh, whoa. What's going on up there?
This is a modeling
Two of them. Got something hanging out the side.
Damn. Not see it. Good Lord.
What is that baby doing?
And one of the things we were trying to do was to see if we could get some sort of an interaction with the UFOs themselves. 2 waves of UFOs, bright cherry red lights appeared. We had this handheld 500,000 candle power light, and by flashing that light 3 times at the UFO blinked back 3 times.
Look, drop. Look.
It was very profound to have that interaction. So there's some intelligence on the other side of this thing that's aware of us and is responding to us.
So what were the Sky Watchers seeing? They believed that they were UFOs, but was there another answer?
Most people want to be a part of the crowd or to be a part of what's going on, and I think this may have something to do with some people's experiences. There are some people on the periphery of the experience that will feel like they have a need to be a part of what's actually happening.
The plane is going right toward it. The plane went right in front of it.
If people really had seen something, could the answer be found closer to home? Gulf Breeze has one of the world's highest concentrations of air bases, which makes it almost impossible not to see an aircraft when you look up at the sky.
A large number of people, perhaps even as much as 80% of the more people observe craft in the area, are simply observing misidentified objects such as the planet Venus or a meteorite, or simply airplanes observed by an untrained eye. And we identify a lot of reports as being aircraft.
But ex-US Air Force pilot Bland Pugh believes he has pictures which prove otherwise.
I started out taking fast photography, if you will, using 1,000mm film. All I was getting, no matter what I did, was a red light and/or a red light with an orange center. I knew there had to be something else there, so the only thing that I could think of was to go to a time exposure. We noticed that there was some movement left to right. We could see that these oscillations were in a set pattern.
Bland also photographed aeroplanes, comparing their straight flight patterns with the erratic path of the UFOs.
I spent almost 5 years in the military, in the Air Force. I've seen enough airplanes. I've been in enough airplanes. I was a pilot at one time. I'm sorry, they're not airplanes.
Inconclusive, perhaps. More intriguing are a set of pictures taken of a reported incident in January 1994. 3 F-15 Eagle fighters were claimed to have approached an unidentified craft hovering over Santa Rosa Sound, Gulf Breeze.
There are 3 jets, 2 high and 1 low, coming in towards this object. And it turns out that the photo shows the jet actually blocking part of the image of the UFO. This jet flew along and actually made a little bit of a turn around the thing, indicating the guy must have seen it.
If the picture isn't faked, could there be a more down-to-earth explanation for the object in the sky?
I am now convinced that some major contractors in the US of A are building vehicles that appear similar to some of the UFO sightings.
Who's to say that it's not military? However, Gulf Breeze has a population of 30,000 people. I don't think that the military is going to use a populated area of this size to experiment. I just don't believe that.
The military remained tight-lipped on the affair. Their only comment is that all investigations into UFOs ceased in 1969. Their silence has been fuel for the conspiracy theorists. Top of their list was an incident involving 6 soldiers from the 701st Army Intelligence Unit based in Augsburg, West Germany. Their job had been to decipher highly sensitive and top-secret radio and satellite transmissions.
A group of people who turned out to be military intelligence people who had just plain left their observation post in Germany and come to the United States. They were missing in action for 5 days. The government didn't know where they were.
No one knew why, on July the 9th, 1990, the unit deserted, or where they'd gone, until one of them turned up in Gulf Breeze and was arrested by Patrol Officer Donald Stevens.
904-41402, private first class Hochstadt, sir.
We talked to this guy, interviewed him, and he just kept telling us, you know, you just don't know what you got. And finally, he gave in and told us that him and 5 other deserters from the Army had stolen some computer chips and some high classified documents involved in UFOs, documents that the government had, and these guys were going to just blow this whole thing open.
The rest of the deserters were rounded up at a nearby house. The question on everyone's lips was, what did they know?
The NIA was involved, Naval Intelligence, CIA was involved, the FBI was involved, the Army Intelligence, you know, and we had, I bet you, at least 10 to 15 different federal agencies in our police department interviewing these people at St.
An anonymous letter was sent to the Army and the media demanding the release of the soldiers. If not, documents linking the government with UFOs would be released. 4 days later, the soldiers were freed and given an honorable discharge.
That was kind of strange. I was in the military, and you do something like desertion, you know, you would usually get a dishonorable discharge, and it was just hard to believe these guys got a honorable discharge after what they had done.
Conspiracy theories, thousands of sightings. Were they just a product of the imaginations of people brought up on Star Trek and E.T.?
There has been the suggestion that many of the sightings are a result of people sort of, I wouldn't say mass hysteria, but the excitement of seeing things in the sky.
I was riding my bicycle, and a craft did come down and take me, and they were doing surgery on my knees.
Whether the stories are true or not, it certainly seems that many people in Gulf Breeze believe they've had a close encounter. This has led to the foundation of a most unlikely support group.
I know that I fought them. I mean, I can remember fighting them, you know, because I remember kicking one and I remember punching another one. So I know I fought them. I started this support group about 3 years ago for people who felt that they had been abducted by aliens and taken aboard a craft and had medical procedures performed on them, then brought back.
What I was standing at my kitchen window, and one of the little fellows was outside the window, you know, eye high, even though he was really a short fellow. Somehow he was eye to eye with me, and I'm pounding on the blinds and just screaming at him, "Go away, you can't come in." And all his reaction was, you know, just kind of thinking to me was, well, gee, I thought we had some kind of a relationship here. He was surprised that he thought I would ask them in.
People can come together and talk with each other about their experiences. So many times if they talk to other people about it, people tell them that they're crazy.
Maybe we're not all dealing with the same ETs, you know, maybe they're different.
This helps them to talk with each other without fear of ridicule.
The little short black ones took us to the ship, and one of the beings came and put their hand on my forehead, and the pain just totally went away. It was like a feeling of euphoria. It was the most wonderful feeling.
The support group shows just how far UFO mania has snowballed in Gulf Breeze. But there's an even more startling barometer of the locals' belief that there is something out there. They're joining 5,000 people across America who have taken out insurance against alien abduction. If you find that difficult to believe, take a look at this. It's a policy form issued by the American UFO Abduction Insurance Company of Altamonte Springs, Florida. Motto, beam me up, I'm covered. For $20, your relatives have the comfort of knowing that they will get $10 million if you're carried off. And the only proof required is the signature of the abducting alien. Good night.
Strange but True Encounters continues at the same time next week.
Years